With mortgage delinquencies at record highs, landlords must now be able to determine the true risk associated with applicants who have foreclosure in their credit history. But for independent landlords, accessing the type of tenant screening tools that can help address this issue typically hasn't been an option. Mike Mosseth of TransUnion's Rental Screening Group discusses how these landlords can better assess risk in the current market and the solutions available to them.
The economic climate that we're in today obviously affects small and large property owners in very similar ways. The difference truly is what kind of services are available to large versus small. Until very recently, what small owners would have to do is sort through raw data, criminal data, credit data, and really be left to guess what they should do with it. And that presumes they could even get access to it. Most of the truly independent owners out there can't get ready access to credit when they need it. And that's just the opposite with the larger property managers. That segment's been served. There's been sophisticated tool sets created for them, risk mitigation tools, what kind of security deposit you should take. And so for the small owner, they've not had the same set of tools. And so they've been left to guess, what do I do in co-signer situations? What kind of security deposit should I take if the husband has great credit and the wife has terrible credit? So it's, everyone faces challenges. Everyone has issues dealing with new renters into the market that, have foreclosures on their credit background and, potential issues with public records, criminal and eviction. But until very recently, being a small landlord was very difficult because A, you couldn't get access to the information, and B, if you did find yourself lucky enough to get access to the information, it really wasn't easy to understand, and there really wasn't recommendations given to you what you should do with it in the first place.
Mosseth's Rental Screening Group at TransUnion has developed a screening tool that addresses these issues for independent landlords. Our
TransUnion SmartMove product is a very easy to use service for the small landlord. You can use it right away. There's no waiting. You just go to mysmartmove.com. Answer 2 questions about your property, and that helps us establish what type of property it is and what your risk threshold is. So if you're telling us if it's a beach house or you're telling us it's a frat house, that helps us. You tell us what kind of rent you want to charge, above or below market, and then we can give a very tailored recommendation using the same scoring model used by the largest property managers in the industry. At that point, you answered 2 questions about your property. You never have to answer them again. And then to start the process, all you need is an email address for the potential tenant. At that time, the renter is notified that you're interested in seeing their information. The renter then agrees to share that information or not. We verify the renter's identity to make sure that we're getting the proper consent. And if that all goes without a hitch, which usually does, we will then notify the landlord that that information, that tenant is available to see, or tenants is to see. And at that point, you'll get a very detailed and very easy to understand view of our recommendation on that group of tenants, whether you should accept them with no other qualifications, or if you should get an additional security deposit and how much that should be, as well as getting full access to a very easy to read credit report and a national criminal background that includes sex offender and a terrorist watch list.
To learn more about how TransUnion SmartMove helps independent landlords adjust to the current market by providing access to more advanced tenant screening tools, visit www.mysmartmove.com today.